Quarter results published on 26th July 2023 for quarter April-June. 1. In this video, we will check performance and key financial metrics of some companies in brief. 2. We will also do short analysis whether respective stocks can be good for short-term investment or not. 3. After 3 months or just before next quarter result, we will check how these stocks performed. Next few weeks to few months, performance of these stocks will also showcase our stock analysis quality and scope of further improvements. PNB, Punjab National Bank. Net profit, 22% down quarter-on-quarter basis and 376% up year-on-year basis. Revenue, 3.2% up QOQ and 34.8% up YOY. Net NPA down to 1.98% and gross NPA down to 7.73%. Profit margin, 4.62%. It's still low. Earning per share, 1.22, which is down from 1.69 of last quarter and up from 0.26 in same quarter of last year. Deposits in bank and income from interests also increased. Analysis result, very good for mid-term investment and portfolio, but neutral for very short-term portfolio. Shree Siemens. Net profit, 8.8% up QOQ and 104.7% up YOY. Revenue, 0.7% down QOQ and 14.7% up YOY. Profit margin, 11%. It's above average and increasing every quarter. EPS, 158.62. It's up from 145.7 of last quarter and 77.47 in same quarter of last year. Analysis result, very good for mid-term investment and portfolio. Neutral to slightly positive for very short-term portfolio. Bajaj Finance. Net profit, 6.2% up QOQ and 30.5% up YOY. Revenue, 5.3% up QOQ and 31.68% up YOY. Profit margin, 27.8%. It's excellent and consistent. EPS, 52. It is up from 49 in last quarter and 40 in same quarter of last year. Results slightly better than expectations of analysts. Analysis result, good for mid-term as well as short-term investment and portfolio. BPCL, Bharat Petroleum. Net profit, 293% up QOQ and 145% up YOY. Revenue, 0.9% down QOQ and 13.5% up YOY. Profit margin, 5.8%. It's low but increasing every quarter. EPS, 32.26. It's up from 8.2 in last quarter and 13.6 in same quarter of last year. Result better than analysts' expectations. Analysis result, good for mid-term as well as short-term investment and portfolio. Cipla. Net profit, 91% up QQ and 45% up YOY. Revenue, 10.3% up QQ and 17.75% up YOY. Profit margin 15.7%. It's good. EPS 12.33. It's up from 6.51 in last quarter and 8.5 in same quarter of last year. Result better than analysts' expectations. Analysis result. Very good for short-term investment and portfolio. Tech Mahindra. Net profit 38% down QQ and 38.8% down YOY. Revenue 4.1% down QQ and 3.55% up YOY. Profit margin 5.26%. It's low. EPS 7.82. It's down from 12.62 in last quarter and 12.78 in same quarter of last year. Result much lower than analysts' expectations. Analysis result. Very bad for short-term investment and portfolio. Dr. Reddy's. Net profit 46.34% up QQ and 18.17% up YOY. Revenue 7% up QQ and 29.14% up YOY. Profit margin 20.8%. It's very good. EPS 84.36, up from 57.68 in last quarter and 71.49 in same quarter of last year. Result much better than analysts' expectations. Analysis result. Good for short-term investment and portfolio. Axis Bank. Net profit greater than 1000% up QQ and 40% up YOY. Revenue 5.87% up QQ and 40.6% up YOY. Profit margin 19.1%. It's good. EPS 19.7, up from -17.43 in last quarter and 14.23 in same quarter of last year. Result nearly same as analysts' expectations. Asset quality improved. Analysis result. Very good for short-term investment and portfolio. Colgate-Palmolive, India. Net profit 13.5% down QOQ and 30.5% up YOY. Revenue 2% down QOQ and 10.6% up YOY. Profit margin 20.67%. It's good. EPS 10.06, down from 11.63 in last quarter and up from 7.71 in same quarter of last year. Result better than analysts' expectations. Analysis result. Avoid for short-term investment and portfolio. Tata Consumer. Net profit 17.87% up QQ and 24% up YOY. Revenue 3.4% up QQ and 12.5% up YOY. Profit margin 8.5%. It's average. EPS 3.41, up from 2.89 in last quarter and 2.77 in same quarter of last year. Result better than analysts' expectations. Analysis result. Good for short-term investment and portfolio.